Hey everybody, Christy Press here, your hometown realtor, and today we're going to talk about Sacramento versus Elk Grove, and it's basically the same metro, but completely different vibes. So if you're moving to the area and thinking about relocating, here's the choice that can completely change your day-to-day life, okay? So let's break down the differences: commute, cost, lifestyle, food, long-term growth, which area will bring in more money, cost you more money, you know, all those things. So you can figure out which way that you would like to go, which one actually fits you. So let's get into it. So if you're new here, hi, welcome. I help people move to both Sacramento and to Elk Grove all the time. And the biggest thing I hear is I had no idea they were so different, right? They're close on a map. I mean, they're probably about 10 to 15 minutes away from each other, but they feel like completely different world when you actually live in them. So let's talk about commute and cost right now, okay? So for Sacramento, you've got Midtown, downtown, East Sacramento, and you've got Land Park, Curtis Park, right? So those are really nice areas of Sacramento. And those are ones that are close to government jobs, your hospitals, downtown offices, right off of I-5. So those are the hustle and bustle, but wonderful areas that you're going to be, knowing, and a lot of great restaurants too. That's Sacramento. For a lot of people, that means that that's going to be a shorter commute, and especially if people want to be able to just like walk outside their house and just go right out to like walking down the wildlife preserves, walking out to like the parks, because there's some beautiful parks that are in those areas, the homes in those areas as well. I mean, I'll get into that, but I love Land Park. So anyway, so just telling you, but traffic is real, you guys. Traffic is absolutely real, especially during rush hour. Highway 50 and 80 are crazy. Always construction, always traffic. I think there's been construction on the connector at 50 for, 10 years now. So living central means convenience, but it also does mean congestion too. Now the commute to Elk Grove, I mean, if you're commuting to Sacramento, you're gonna typically take Highway 99 or I-5, right? And yes, there's gonna be traffic during those times. I find that I-5 seems to be an easier flow for whatever reason than 99. I have no idea, because more people use I-5. It makes no sense to me, but when there's traffic on 99, I jump over to I-5 and it usually has no issues unless there's an accident. But once you're home, I mean, it's a bit calmer. It's, Sacramento is very busy. Elk Grove is a busy place too, but I don't think as busy as Sacramento. Most Elk Grove residents usually, enjoy that longer commute for the quietness at home, right? More space, better parking, less congestion, quieter neighborhoods in some areas, right? So the cost of Sacramento too, though, Sacramento's pricing is really depending on where you live. Like I talked about earlier, Midtown, East Sac, Land Park, Curtis Park, those are higher priced by square footage. Smaller homes, older construction, and tighter lots. And those homes can be actually on larger lots, but they have so much character. And a lot of people are moving into those neighborhoods and revitalizing them and updating. I've had a client that was in Land Park, and she was there with her husband for 56 years. 56 years. The home was in the exact same condition as when they moved in. There was nothing that was updated. Nothing had changed. It had like a little intercom by the front door. It had the same yellow and green wallpaper, had pink bathtub. I mean, but it was so cool at the same time. It was so cool. Anyways, I just remember that one. She was the sweetest, but she got a lot for that house, even as it sat, So a lot of people are coming in, if it's not the next generation of the family, but other people coming in and really updating and revitalizing and making them very industrial modern too, or very craftsman. So anyways, those homes are absolutely great. So with those, you're paying for that location, right? So as anywhere, you're gonna pay for location, and what in your lifestyle is that location worth, right? So we're not just looking at the home, we're looking at lifestyle. How do you live your life with your spouse, with your kids, no spouse? Like, what is that looks like for you, okay? So the cost in Elk Grove, you're gonna get newer homes, you're gonna get larger lots, I'm gonna say with that as well. And then you're gonna have kind of like a master planned neighborhood. That is something that Elk Grove has been doing for quite some time, but with those that can cost HOAs or Mello-Roos, right? Because they're building with Mello-Roos, those are the things that take care of, the city, the lighting, the structure of the walkways, the structure of the parks, the structure of just, what's going on with the community. So lifestyle is the real decider. I always talk about this in my videos, you guys, and you'll see that because I really feel that lifestyle is really what sells or, people are attracted to with homes, right? The home, of course, and you're gonna make your life and create your life in the home. But what does your lifestyle look like outside of the home? Because unfortunately, sadly, we don't get to spend our whole lives in our home. So we get to go out into the hustle and bustle, or we get to go out into the quiet and the calm. So Sacramento is very vibrant. There's always something going on. It's a huge, huge city. And so you've got lots of restaurants there. You've got lots of things to do. People ride their bikes everywhere. They walk everywhere. They go to events. There's concerts. There's, anything and everything, right? You've got Golden One out there, right? So those are things that you can think about. There's always, always something to do, right? With Elk Grove, it's a little bit more of a suburban comfort, right? So you have a relaxed, family-centered kind of lifestyle, community driven as well. You're spending more time at I don't know. Well, you can't take the kids to Sky River, but Sky River, it's out there. Old Town Elk Grove, you've got other restaurants, Boulevard Bistro's another beautiful one. Brick House is a great one. Those are both on Elk Grove Boulevard. Journey to Dumpling. You've got everything and anything to go check out. There's lots of parks and kids events and kids sports and the communities like that. So those are things that you can do a lot in Elk Grove. And so many people definitely, when they're coming from Sacramento or trying to decide where to move outside of Sacramento, they usually go to Elk Grove. It's like Sacramento is all of this, all of this, all of this. And then Elk Grove is all of this, but not all of that, right? Has still a little bit of calmness. So parks and outdoor life with Sacramento is also really nice. They do have some really great parks. Those are all big, well-known parks that people know. And then in Elk Grove, you've got Elk Grove Regional Park. That place is just always busy with some sort of events. You've got soccer stuff there, you've got baseball, you've got softball. The Giant Pumpkin Festival is usually held there. Western Days is held there. So some of the local events that I could think of off the top of my head. So that is a huge park, and you can see that off of 99. And that's where a lot of things are held, and it's beautiful. There's so much there. There's a dog park there on part of it. And then there's also this really cool thing that I've taken my kids to. It is a bike park. And so you can have the kids go and jump on these, it almost looks like a motocross, but it's for bicycles. And it has all these jumps and these ups and downs, and then you can kind of curve it around. It's all dirt. And I think it's just awesome. The kids just think that they're just, on cloud nine when they go there. So that's also something really fun to do as well. District 56 is out there. A lot of community events, lots of community events. As far as long-term growth in school, so let's talk about Sacramento. Sacramento is Sacramento. It's been here. It's ever evolving, right? But Midtown and downtown, I would say right now, seem to be especially in growth mode. They've got new developments. They've got new restaurants coming up. They're revitalizing the areas. A lot of the older homes, the Victorian style homes, they're revitalizing those and either renting them, but they're just trying to get the community down there to be a lot more improved, transit improvements, things like that. And a lot of people move down there because they can walk to work, right? Because it is so hectic down there. So that is a big thing why people move down there, but you're gonna pay for that. Remember that, you're gonna be paying if you're in Midtown and downtown, that's where you're gonna be at. Elk Grove is still expanding. I gotta tell you, I've been out here for, 18 years, I think, 19 years. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start, it's gonna be 20 years this year. Oh my gosh. I moved out here in December of 2006. It's insane out there. Insane in 20 years how much it's grown, and it's still growing. And you've got new homes, you've got new parks. All of a sudden you see, like I said before in a video talking about Sutter Medical, they're building a huge hospital out there. Kaiser just built out there. There's just so much out there. There used to be so much more farmland, so much more land. You could just see all these mountains, and all of a sudden now it's like you have all these buildings, you have all these houses, you have a casino. But it's nice. I mean, it's more infrastructure. You've got new shopping centers, new options, more options. And I think that people really like that. You know, that's something that people want to do. They want to move out of Sacramento area, right? And move to something that still has some of those great amenities and those great things that they love with the restaurants, the shopping, the stores, but maybe just looking for a little chill, you know, after shopping and going to quiet town, right? Which is your home in Elk Grove. School comparisons, I mean, Elk Grove School District is great. It's one of the largest and most well-known in the region, actually. Families move there specifically for the schools. Bradshaw Christian is out there. That's a private school. You've got Elk Grove High School. You've got Pleasant Grove High School, really great schools for sports, a lot of great things academically. So a lot of people really want to be in that Elk Grove School District. So that's something to think about too in lifestyle if you do have kids. So, I mean, each city is perfect in the sense of what it is for you, okay? So if you want walkability, then choose Sacramento. If you want dining, nightlife, city energy, of course, Sacramento. If you are working downtown with healthcare, it makes sense to stay downtown, right? If you want more house for your money, then Elk Grove. Value schools, family life, Elk Grove. If you want space and comfort and quiet neighborhoods, Elk Grove. You know, it's something that you have to think about. It's a little bit of a suburban life with the city action. And I think that's why everybody really enjoys moving to Elk Grove, is because you get a little bit of both, the best of both worlds. You get all the amenities, the convenience of stuff. I mean, DoorDash will get to you, Instacart will get to you, but you can still feel like you've got more space. You've got, you know, neighbors are here, but they're not right on top of you. You don't have just random people, you know, just knocking on your door. You know, just kind of a little bit more space, a little bit more, let me breathe, right? So neither is better. It's about you and it's about your lifestyle, as I've always told you. That's what I'm here for. Sacramento gives you energy and culture, while Elk Grove gives you space and comfort, is how I would best say that. And I would love to know if you would rather have more space or more city life. Like, which one are you? Space, city life, where are you at? I'm gonna say personally, I think I am more space. Anyways, drop in the comments, you guys, which one you're going for. And as always, if you're thinking about moving to Sacramento or Elk Grove, I am your girl. I'm always here to help you out to fit what is best for you. So I look forward to you guys on the next one. Take it easy.